Hey guys, it's Darrin here from The Threshold, head coach and owner. I wanted to bring our third installment for the coaching tips to a point of view around nutrition. Now, I just want to make it very clear, I'm not a dietitian. I'm not qualified in anything to do with giving out programs with dietary advice or giving out food plans or anything like this. It's more just food for thought, something to look at, excuse the pun, and something to bring consciousness to your eating. Oftentimes what I find with my athletes is that they're not conscious about what they eat, or there's no objective way to bring consciousness to their eating. And I'm not talking about some spiritual awareness or some higher level thinking. What I'm saying is that oftentimes athletes aren't very aware of how many servings they have for a particular food group. And oftentimes what can happen is that it's not necessarily that they don't know it's that they're actually missing the food group, and they oftentimes need to add food to their diet. A lot of the time athletes undereat, and it would be surprising, but most, I would say 90% of the time, I find that when I'm having a conversation around nutrition with my athletes, there's definitely a tone of undereating and underfueling. And I think it's brought about by a culture that's scared of food and scared of eating. But certainly I think that it's about context and it's about perspective. If you're somebody who has type 2 diabetes or you need to control your blood sugar, I would definitely say that being very aware of how much carbohydrate you take into your diet is something that would make rational sense. If you're a high level endurance athlete, I definitely would say that enough calories and enough carbohydrate at the right time would definitely bring a performance improvement. One of the things that I use for my athletes is called the DQS, or Diet Quality Score. It divides food groups into two different groups of healthy and unhealthy. The healthy group being fruits, vegetables, lean meats, nuts and seeds, whole grains, and dairy. And then your unhealthy group, refined grains, sweets, fried foods, and fatty proteins. And what your job is to do is look at what you're eating, and the dietary quality score will actually give you a score for each serving of that food group. The goal is to see where your score gets to and then try to improve it. So by adding to the diet before you start taking away. Certainly if you have a lot of sweets, or you have a lot of sugar, or you're eating a lot of sweets that are sugar laden, maybe you have energy lows because you're underfueling, that would probably be a good thing to take away first. But certainly with the healthy category, I would say add as much as you can before you start taking away. I'm going to include a picture of the dietary quality score, something to go have a look at. And I would implore you to go do your research and dive into it and see if it's something that's applicable to your, being an athlete or your performance levels, or something that could bring consciousness just to what you're doing. If you can put numbers and objectivity to your diet, I think oftentimes that's already a game changer, and it will improve your performance. If you have any questions or you have any comments, please leave it below the video. And as always, train hard and prosper. Until next time, cheers.